Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. So this is going to be a different type of video. I'm working on an amigurumi and I have all the parts here. So basically, it's a lot of parts. It's a big, not really big amigurumi, but it's a pretty good size and there's a lot of things to sew on. So I thought, you know what, let's try to do like a kind of crochet with me type video. But I'm basically sewing everything together and we'll see if I can finish, hopefully. The pattern is Hugo the Highland Cow. It's a paid for pattern. It's super cute. This is what he looks like. And I think, I want to say it was about $5. But it's super cute, and yeah, I've enjoyed making it so far. But like I said, it's a lot of pieces to sew on, which of course it's our favorite part to do, right? So here are the pieces, and I have my stuffing here, safety eyes, and needle, scissors, all that stuff here. Okay, so let's get started. Put that here, and I'm gonna start grabbing some stuffing. So I thought this pattern was interesting because the body actually has a shape. It's not like a round piece all the way. It's got some shaping to it, so I always think that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna be stuffing it, but I thought while I do this, we can talk about some, I guess, things that are going on lately in my crochet life. So I stopped the video because I realized I left the fan on and it does get a little bit warm here. So hopefully I don't take too long sewing everything together, but I turned it off because I'm pretty positive that you could hear it in the video, and yeah, that could be annoying. So I turned it off for that, but I'm just stuffing the body still. Yeah, I don't remember what I was saying before I cut the video, so nice. Oh, I'm pretty sure I was talking about my crochet adventures. Yeah, if you follow me on Instagram or watched one of my recent videos, so I started a Etsy shop for plushies. I've had a Etsy shop, I want to say since like 2018, which is the pattern shop. And yeah, it's good. It definitely, obviously I've had it for years, so there's, you know, decent traffic on that shop. But since I have so many original patterns, I decided to make a plushie shop, and I knew it would be hard because I remember even when I first made my pattern shop, it took me a long time to sell my first pattern. And that could be a little bit discouraging at first, but you know, I stuck with it, I pushed through, and now I have a, I don't remember how many patterns I have, I would check, but I'm stuffing, but there's a lot of patterns. And yeah, so it can be definitely discouraging at first, but I have like my own little like testimony, I guess, of a shop that, you know, I stuck with it, and I don't want to say it's like thriving because it does decent, you know. There's sales every now and then. And let's talk about my new shop. So my new plushie shop, I promote it on like my Instagram, and you know, when I make videos, I've mentioned it before, and it's so funny. You ready, guys? You want to hear how many sales, what's the revenue, what's going on with that shop? Okay, so it's been about 2 weeks since it's been open. I've posted about 20 plushies in a variety of sizes, small and like medium size. And the grand total for sales so far is 0. I've had 0 sales on that shop so far. And I want to say actually it's been closer to 3 weeks that I've had it open. And yeah, I try to promote it daily on, especially like on my Instagram, or maybe like every other day, you know. So I feel like I'm doing my part. I'm taking pictures and posting them, and yeah, I'm glad that I'm doing that. So one of the things that I'm happy about, even though I'm not actually generating sales right now, is that because of the shop, I am actually being a lot better at taking pictures of my makes. I'm just trying to grab some safety eyes right now. And I'm not sure what size I want to use. I think 12 millimeter. Yeah, because my safety eyes that I have jump from like 12 millimeter to, I feel like this is 16. So that's a pretty big jump. And yeah, let's do 12. Okay, wait, let me count the rounds really quick. It's kind of high. Okay, we'll trust the process. Sometimes I do stray from like what round it says, but yeah, maybe I'll go one row lower. And okay, yeah, so I've been a lot better at taking pictures. And I feel like I'm working a lot on this because I take most of my product pictures outside. The lighting inside, I'm just not a huge fan of my current like setup. I don't have a setup for inside. So there's one area in my house that I do like to take pictures, but only when there's like flowers in the background. And we don't have any flowers right now. Ow, I hurt my nail, but I'll be okay. So yeah, my setup is usually outside, and I really love natural lighting for pictures. And it's been really hot, very hot, especially the last few weeks. It's been like 115, 110, 105. It's been really hot, and I go outside, you know, during the heat because that's when the sun is out, and I'm taking pictures for like, you know, it takes me a while to take pictures because I do pictures and videos because I want to have like enough to do multiple things with, not only Etsy but like Instagram posts, and I'm trying to get back into TikTok. So yeah, a lot of stuff. So I'm out there in the heat just for, you know, 15-20 minutes, but it's hot. I come inside and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to go shower. It's intense heat. But yeah, I'm glad that even though I'm not getting any sales in the shop, I feel like I'm trying to get into the habit of taking pictures and videos. And even though I don't post necessarily everything I make in the shop, I'm still taking pictures of them anyways, things, amigurumis, to post on Instagram. So I'm trying to take advantage of that. Yeah, because I'll have like little amigurumis that I just don't think would sell on Etsy. They're more like, I don't know, sometimes some amigurumis look better in person too versus pictures. I don't know if you guys feel that way too, but there are some amigurumis that don't look as cute in a picture versus in person. So as you guys can see, I add quite a bit of stuffing, and I go pretty slow, just moving it around, you know, trying to fill it well. And yeah, I like shape it at the same time, and This is one of those patterns that the head has to be sewn onto the body, which usually leads me to have a little bit of a head that's turned because the body is straight, but then once I sew on the head, it ends up a little bit to the side. Hopefully that doesn't happen this time, but it might. It just might. So yeah, that is my Etsy shop journey. 0 sales, but it's okay. I'm not that discouraged about it. Obviously, I'm hoping for sales one day, but you know what? That means I'll be all the more excited when the first sale does come. And I'll tell you guys all about it. I'm sure I already have videos planned out for, well, not planned out, but like in my head. That like, one day if a plushie sells, then I want to do a video packing it up and like putting little goodies in the package and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited for the future, looking forward to it. Not being discouraged is very important, but yeah, I'm just looking forward to the future. Okay, let me put on the pieces with the bobby pins and I'll be right back. I always say bobby pins. They're not bobby pins, they're safety pins. I use safety pins. I don't know why. My brain always gravitates to saying bobby pins. It's so cute. There's a ton of safety pins on here, so I gotta be very careful. I think I'm gonna sew the little snout on first, the little nose. But it's so cute. Hopefully it turns out good once everything is sewn together. Now that I was looking at my safety eyes too, I realized I need to buy some more. I don't know, what are your guys' go-to safety eye sizes? Mine are definitely 10 and 12 millimeter. So I often run out of those. I used to use, it's funny, when I first started crocheting, I guess I would crochet more smaller amigurumis than medium/larger. So I would use a lot of 6 and 8 millimeter, which I still use now, but I tend to run out of 10 and 12 millimeter more often. Those are the ones I should have them on auto ship at this point, because I am constantly ordering more safety eyes, and I'm just not good at embroidering eyes. It's just not something I am good at. And I know it takes time to get good at embroidery, but I feel like I'd be mad to spend so long on an amigurumi crocheting it just to mess it up with embroidered eyes that do not look cute after I finish it, and then I mess up the whole amigurumi. Like, I'd rather just use safety eyes at this point anyways. Yeah, but I am curious, what size safety eyes do you guys use the most? Let me lower this just a little bit so you can see more. I talked briefly in the last video about my having to divide amigurumis that I finished between a shop that I sell at, now my new Etsy shop, and then one day markets. I'm not doing markets at this minute, so I'm not thinking too much about that, but it is something that's come to my mind. But I do still sell at a little shop, and I want to do a video one of these days, kind of taking you guys with me, showing you guys what I'm bringing to the shop, and like fixing up my little area and stuff like that. If that's something you would be interested in, I think that'd be fun. Let me know if that's an idea you think would be fun to watch. But so cute. Oh my goodness, I love this. This has so many pieces though. It's a good pattern. I was only confused with the one piece, but I honestly think it's a me problem, not a problem with the pattern. But I like it. I'm happy I bought it, and I probably will be making more. This one is for a custom order, so we'll see. Hopefully they like it, and if not, I'm sure someone else will. I've had some people back out of customs lately. Not after I make them. It's actually more of, let me see what happened. Oh, okay, so this one person messaged me and they were asking for a cow, and this isn't to blame them at all. It's because honestly it's the way I go about it too, that I don't necessarily recommend it, but I don't mind doing it at this moment, and let me explain myself. So someone messaged me. They saw my cow from my own pattern that I've made, and they asked me if I could make them a cow, how much it would be, and if it's small enough to kind of hang on a door. And I told them it's a pretty big cow, but I can find a different cow pattern and make it like a smaller size. Basically, I could find a different cow pattern. I didn't tell them that uses worsted weight yarn and comes out in a smaller size because I didn't want to confuse them. A lot of people don't know that. Like, I didn't want to tell her more details of like crochet stuff that she might not understand and confuse her. So I just said I'll look for a pattern that comes out smaller. And she said, yeah, that'd be great. I sent her a picture of a cow, and she said it was super cute. So I told her, I can make it for you, or I can make it, you don't have any obligation to buy it, but it's hard for me to price something without making it, without having made it and like knowing the amount of time that goes into it. And I've done this before with other people. Sometimes they do end up buying it and sometimes they don't. And in this case, she never opened the message. So I did make the cow, and at that point I wanted to make it anyway, so I bought the pattern and I made it, and it's really cute. It still came out a little bit bigger anyways than I thought, but yeah, that was a little it wasn't even drama, but something that happened this week, crochet wise. But yeah, like I said, I don't blame her at all, because I do tell them there's no obligation. I'm gonna make it and then I can like properly price it, but there's no obligation for you to purchase it, because yeah, it's not like I'm telling them a price straight up. And I have done it both ways before. Like I said, I've priced something and then it turns out it's harder to make than I thought, or it takes longer. So honestly, there's different ways to go about custom orders for sure. I wouldn't necessarily recommend to do the way I do it. To be honest, I only do it that way if it's something that I want to make anyways. So in this case, it was a cow, and I like making cows. I kind of felt like, you know what, yeah, I want to make that anyways, so I'll just make it and then send them a picture of it finished with a price, and if they want it, yeah. But if they don't, then I didn't lose anything because I wanted to make it anyways. But if it's a big project with something that like I feel no motivation to make, then I will price it. And if I want to, you know, take the order, then I'll price it and do that differently. So that's a way to do custom orders, which again, I feel only makes sense if it's something you actually want to do. Actually want to crochet anyways, like if you're getting paid or not. So I've finished one horn and an ear, and I'm on the second horn, almost done, and then I'll go to the ear. Okay, I'm gonna time lapse it. I'm gonna sew a little bit more and then I'll come back. So at this point I am sewing on the fringe on the head, and then I'll just sew the head to the body and then add the arms and legs. So I feel like we're getting close to maybe like halfway when it comes to sewing on pieces, but I don't know how this fringe is gonna turn out. We'll see. Oh, I thought I would mention or address my Bluey shirt. I love Bluey. It needs to be ironed though, so sorry. It's got some wrinkles. I will need to iron it. But yeah, I love Bluey. I've mentioned it before in videos and now I have proof. Not just playing. But yeah, I really do love Bluey. Actually, every time I go to Target, there's a stuffed animal that I've been looking for forever, and I honestly kind of lost hope. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it, but it's a stuffed animal like this size. It's like $10, and it's of Muffin. The character name is Muffin, which is Bluey's cousin, and I want it so bad. I love Muffin. She's one of my favorite characters, but I can never find it. So these stuffed animals come in like a box when they receive it, and it comes with 2 of each stuffed animal that's in the set. And every time I go to Target, I'll find the box and like 2 other stuffed animals in that set, different ones, every time I go to Target. So I know they got a new box, and again, I missed it. But I feel like Muffin is so popular. I just, like I said, I feel like I'll never be able to get it, and that's okay. But I still check every time I go. It would be fun to one day find her, if that happens. If not, I won't die. She's just so cute. She's so funny. She's just, her personality is hilarious, and I love her. Some people really do not like Muffin though. I feel like if you it takes some getting used to her because she has like her own little attitude, but once you, for me anyways, it was the episode where she has the cone on, the cone of shame, like the dog cone. After that episode, I love her, and I'll take her with her little attitude. She's just so funny. So yeah. Oh, the shirt is from Target, I believe. Yeah, so cute. Okay, I'm worried though to sew the head onto the body because the body has a shape, like I mentioned earlier. So if it's comes out crooked, it's gonna look funny. Okay. Placing it right now is not the issue. The issue is when I'm sewing it, I notice that it turns a little bit. So hopefully that doesn't happen and it stays the way it's supposed to stay. I'm gonna be very careful, very gentle with it, but that would be about right. Okay, I'm not gonna talk for this process because I'm nervous. So I'm gonna sew it and be back. And then from there, it's easy. It's just the arms and the legs that are left. So before I finish completely closing, I'll go in and add some last minute stuffing in there. And then once I go around and finish, or across and finish, I should say, then before I cut off the yarn, I'll sometimes go a second time around the neck, or I'll kind of look and see if there's any places that I need to go again so there's no gap. And of course I have to deal with all these fuzzies, but usually I just will pick at them after I finish closing. But that's something else that tends to happen when I have to sew the head onto the body, is the stuffing will start to come out. So shape. I'm so excited. Okay, now we just have 2 arms and 2 legs left. Okay. I think I'm gonna start with the arms, and I don't think I'm gonna sew them on how the pattern says. I'm gonna do it just a little bit differently, but it's kind of very similar. The pattern didn't want you to crochet across. Oh, let me explain in a second. So I crocheted across the limbs so it's easier to sew it on flat. The pattern wanted you to leave this round, so like single crochet and then close it off so it's still round, if that makes sense. And instead of doing that, I added 1 extra row by just closing it, because I'd rather sew on a flatter piece than a rounder piece, and I feel like it looks, in my opinion, but when I'm sewing it on, I feel like it looks a little better this way. So yeah, I'm going to add limbs. It's gonna be fuzzies everywhere, but I have to lint roll it and give it a better inspection before taking pictures and stuff. I think that's cute. And then these are gonna probably fall off right now because my pins are not long at all. So, whoops. I don't think they'll stay on, but I'll kind of put it just to make sure I like the placement of the arms, and then I don't mind putting these on again after, because while I sew on the arms, the legs, since they're just pinned on, they'll probably fall off and I'll have to put it back, but I don't mind that. So cute, look at that. Okay, this one. Okay, let's start sewing. We're almost done. This is what happens when your pins are short. They fall off so easily. Okay, that's wrong. Now I have to find the placement again. The perfect placement. I have seen people use longer pins. I don't know where they find them, but I might have to invest in some so this won't keep happening. So a little tip that I do, you might already do something similar, but just maybe you don't, or for those who might not have thought of it before, I always like to count how many safety pins I have out of the box when I'm using them. So for example, right now I know that I put 2 for each arm and 3 for each leg. So when I'm sewing the piece on, say I'm sewing the arm on, I'll look for those two and make sure I put them back in the container. When I'm sewing the leg on, I'm looking for those three and making sure, again, to put them back in the container. If I'm missing one, then I will know to look for it and like check the floor and stuff. That's a habit that I came up with, and it definitely I feel better when using these pins, because I have a story about these pins and thumbtacks, but I'm not gonna gross you out. I'm not gonna say it right now. It's a story for another day. Honestly, it's traumatic. So I make sure to count these when I use them. So here's the second one, and then I'll just take out the third one because at this point it's not helping very much. I don't like the way that the legs open so much, so I think I'm gonna go back and tack them down a little bit better. I have enough here to go back to the other leg. I should have checked before cutting it off. I got too excited to almost be done, but just a couple more stitches on each leg. So cute. Okay, so I did realize right now when I was sewing everything together that I forgot to make the collar and the bell. I'm going to show you a picture again of the pattern. So there's a little bell and a collar. I'm not going to record crocheting those or sewing them on together, but I will either take a picture, probably a picture and a video, and attach them to the end of this video. But that was it for crocheting / sewing an amigurumi together with me. Thank you so much for joining me. I had fun actually making this, and sewing is not my favorite part of crocheting. It's crocheting, not sewing. But this made it enjoyable, and I hope you liked this video. Let me know if you did, and I will try to do this more often when I make amigurumis that require a lot of sewing, and hopefully I could think of different things to talk about. I think the Etsy shop was fun to talk about, and yeah, I can think of other things, or you can tell me if there's anything. I guess markets, I could talk about markets. I have a lot of experience doing markets under different weather conditions, indoor, outdoor, all that fun stuff, pricing and all that. But anyways, I'm going to go finish this right now because I'm so close to being done. I also think I'm going to indent the eyes with some yarn, but I need to go get yarn of this color to do that. And yeah, so the collar, an eye indent, and then little, I just saw the picture, has little indents for the, not indents, but little embroidery, I guess, on the nose, I'll do that too. But yeah, it is a paid for pattern, plenty of sewing, but it's really cute. And I will keep you guys updated if the customer likes it as well. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.